Hey guys, and welcome back to Let's Play Ocarina of Time. Okay, so in the last part we picked up our sword and shield and are now ready to go to the Deku Tree, except I'm going to go back and pick up a upgrade for us for an item that we don't even have yet, which is pretty cool. As you can see, I've got 40 rupees in my inventory. If you want, there's chests in there. I think this is Mido's house. And I think they amount to 11 rupees, so if you need some more money, that's always a good place to go. Where we're actually going is behind Mido's house here and up these vines. Hey, there's another blue rupee right there you can get. I didn't even know that was there. But so the area we're going to is one that we're going to be going to quite a lot throughout the game, and this is the Lost Woods. So yeah, we're going to the Lost Woods before we're even entering the Deku Tree area. So alright, so we want to head to the left here. There's a little skull kid sort of playing the flute there. It kind of reminds me of Majora's Mask a little bit. I don't think I like you very much, but we shall move on. We want to be coming over here and taking another left. And also, you want to keep this thing in mind. That's going to be important later, but there's nothing we can do there for now. We see a small mound of soft soil, so that's cool. But what we actually want to be doing is jumping down and get ready because we're going to be fighting our first battle. It's this guy right here, and this is who we are. Well, we can't even really see him. There he is. So basically, we need to keep our distance from him and raise our shield and hit him with the nut, and he'll stand up and start apologizing. I surrender. To make your quest easier, I can enable you to pick up more Deku sticks, but it'll cost you 40 rupees. Let's make a deal. Alright, sure. Okay, so now we can pick up many Deku sticks. We can carry up to 20 of them. I believe our capacity before was 10, I think, so that's upgraded us to 20, and that's the first of our equipment upgrades, so that's pretty cool. He also goes ahead, and if we check out our item screen, he also gives us the maximum amount of Deku sticks, which is pretty cool. So we can equip items here on our 3 C buttons, left, down, and right. So let's go ahead and put it on one, and then whenever you want to use it, just press that button, and there you go. You can swing around with it. But there we go. You don't want to hit anything, really, unless you can afford it breaking. So, but we're also going to be using Deku Sticks for various other things. But yeah, that's pretty much all we came in here for. Like I said, I like getting upgrades pretty much as soon as I can. That's just kind of my personal playing preference. And if you've seen Legends 2 up to this point, then you pretty much know that. I'm putting off dungeons for forever just to make preparations to get things, but okay, so yeah, that's pretty much it for the Lost Woods. It's a big maze-like area, but for now, that's pretty much all we're going to be exploring. You know, you don't want to spoil all of it, so. Whoa! Okay, that was kind of cool. Okay, so now we are all ready to check on the Great Deku Tree. So let's talk to this guy again now that we have our stuff. If you want to see the Great Deku Tree, you should at least equip a sword and shield. Hey, I got one, buddy. Eh? What's that? Oh, you have a Deku shield. And what's that? Is that the Kokiri sword? Good grief! Well, even with all that stuff, a wimp is still a wimp, huh? I, the great Mido, will never accept you as one of us. Oh, you're a jerk, man. Shoot, how'd you get to be the favorite of Saria and the Great Deku Tree, huh? Yeah, that's right. Get over there. Let me through, buddy. I also kind of like all the little, like, fairies or whatever that are kind of floating around. It kind of makes for a neat atmosphere here, but okay, so let's move on and back to the area with the Great Deku Tree. And on the way, we are going to encounter some more enemies. They don't really do much of anything. They kind of just sit in place. We can get Deku Sticks from them, though, if we want. I think that's pretty much all we can get, so there we go. Hey, and there's the Deku Tree himself. A nice mustache, don't you think? I like it. Alright, so let's move on forward and see what he has to say. Great Deku Tree, I'm back. Oh, Navi, thou hast returned. Link, welcome. Listen carefully to what I, the Deku Tree, am about to tell thee. Thy slumber these past moons must have been restless and full of nightmares. As the servants of evil gain strength, a vile climate pervades the land and causes nightmares to those sensitive to it. Verily, thou hast felt it. I hast. Link, the time has come to test thy courage. I have been cursed. I need you to break the curse with your wisdom and courage. Dost thou have courage enough to undertake this task? Sure, I guess. Why not? Then enter, brave Link, and thou too, Navi. Navi the fairy, thou must aid Link. And Link, when Navi speaks, you see up to listen well to her words of wisdom. Not really. Okay, so the Deku Tree has opened his big mouth there, and we are now going to apparently enter inside of him and break some kind of curse. So, that's kind of interesting, but... Alright, so let's just go ahead and make our way in there, and as we do so, we are going to be entering our first dungeon. Of course, it's an easy one, being, the very first one. It's still kind of a tutorial area, but the Deku Tree turns out to be our very first dungeon, so that's pretty cool. Alright, so right off the bat, we have a number of things we want to check out. We've got some Deku Baba enemies here. We can have Navi talk to us and tell us what it's all about. Hit it when it lunges at you, and it will stand upright. Cut it quickly to get a Deku stick. So yeah, these things are relatively simple. You don't really need to worry about them too much. But you will see them quite a bit throughout this place. Yeah, sometimes it doesn't stand straight up, and you can get this thing here, which is a Deku Nut. Remember, we saw these in the store. We get a Deku Nut on the Select Item subscreen. You can set it to right, left, or down. Set seed and try throwing it. It'll flash and stun the enemy. Alright, well, now that we've picked some up, I say we equip them. There we go. And maybe we can try it on this thing. Boom! Yep, and then it freezes, and we can attack it. Awesome. Alright, so before we climb up, we also want to check out this thing right here. Navi will get our attention. Look, Link. You can see down below this web using See Up. Oh, really? Whoa, hey, that's pretty cool. So yeah, we're definitely going to be going down there. That's pretty much our goal for the time being, so the only way we can really go for now is up. So I say we do that. Alright, and now we're pretty much going to be spiraling around the tree here. We have multiple levels if we look up. See, there's like 2 or 3 floors in total, so we're going to be visiting pretty much all of them here. But first, look at this wall. The vines growing on it give it a rough surface. Maybe you can climb it, Link. Yep, so we can climb up these things. We've already climbed up vines before back in the village, so it's no big deal. We can check out these things here, another new enemy. Skull Walchula. Be careful not to touch it. Yep. Can't really deal with those yet. I wonder if... Yeah, see, the nuts don't do anything either. We can also check out this treasure chest here. And we are going to get... I love how Link has to hop into the chest there. We're going to get the dungeon map. We can press start to view it. There you go. So, yeah, now you can see we have a little mini-map at the bottom right, and we also have this thing, and it'll tell us where all the stuff is. So, as you can see, it's a pretty simple place. Nothing too complicated. Alright, so let's keep on going. Jump across and check out the door. You can open a door by standing in front of it and pressing A. Pay attention to what the action icon says. That's the green icon at the top of the screen. Yeah, it is on the GameCube version. I think on the N64 the A button is blue, so it'd be the blue icon, but... Alright, and in here we have another enemy similar to one that we've seen before. We have to reflect the nuts at it and then get close to it. Oh, get back here. There we go. Ow, forgive me, Master. If I give you a clue, will you let me go? When you jump off a high cliff, if you hold forward, you will roll on the ground when you land and won't get hurt from the fall. Man, they talk too slow in this game. I can't guarantee it'll work, though, if the cliff is really, really high. Well, try it if you're feeling bold. Wahaha! And he runs away and leaves a heart for us. Isn't that sweet? Alright, so let's pick it up and head on through this next door. Okay, so in here we need to jump across and then jump really quickly, because that thing falls. Open up the chest, and we are actually about to get our first, well, I guess technically not our first item, we already have 2, but this is sort of the item of the dungeon, and this is the Fairy Slingshot. So yeah, we're going to be using it quite a lot. Use the C buttons to take it out and hold it. As you hold C, you can aim with Control Stick, release C to unleash a Deku Seed. If you want to shoot right away, when you first use C, hold it down and it'll prepare itself. Yep. Okay. So let's go ahead and, well, that's a strange view of the chest there. Equip it. Actually, I want to put this thing on, like, C left or something, because doing it with C down is weird, especially on the GameCube controller, because it's Z, which is on the very top, and that's just strange. So let's see what Navi's got to say about this. Something is hanging up there. It looks like an old ladder. Yep, so we can use our slingshot and shoot it down. That will provide us a way out of the room. You don't have to shoot down the ladder if you don't want to. You could just skip jumping on the platform and then climb up the ivy that's on either side of the wall, so you don't have to do that. Alright, so now that we have the slingshot, we're going to be able to go back and take care of those Skullwalchulas that are on the ivy walls. So we can Z-target and, or L-target, and shoot them. And then there's another one way up here that's a little bit too far away, so we have to kind of manually aim. Take him out. Ooh, and he falls all the way down. Alright, yeah, and those are seeds. Have to there, kind of have to jump to get them. These are pretty much just refills for the slingshot, so... Alright, now that we've taken care of those, we want to be climbing up. If you leave those things there, they will, like, get angry at you if you walk, or climb past them and charge you and knock you off, so... here, you pretty much have to take them out. Then once we get to the top, we want to just go right or left and drop down, and we're now up on the top floor. And then once we get here, we're going to encounter another new enemy here, the Big Skulltula. Its soft belly is its weak point. So basically, you can either do this with the slingshot or with the sword. Jump attack will take it out, or 2 slingshot shots. But you want to make sure it's turned around and exposing its belly before you try to attack. Alright, so now we can go in here, and as you can see, the door has locked behind us, and Navi will explain. Strong iron bars are blocking the door. You can't open them with your hands, so we're going to have to find a way to get out of here. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is step on this switch over here and jump across the platforms. The first thing we want to do is come over to the chest real quick and open it up. And we're going to get another neat item here. This is the compass. Now we can see the locations of many hidden things in the dungeon. So that'll pretty much show us where we are. It'll show us different treasures and stuff. So the compass can be a pretty helpful thing to get if you don't already know where everything is. Let's kill that thing and move along. Now we need to go back and step on the switch again. And then make our way into this room over on the left. Make sure you kind of get... on the edge here, so you don't get hit by that Skulltula there. And then if you do that, he kind of dances up and down. For some reason, that's kind of neat. So let's open the chest here, and you can obviously see the thing crawling on the wall behind us. We'll get to that in a second. This is just a recovery heart if you need it. But this thing here is a gold Skulltula. Let's go ahead and kill it. And you see when we do, it leaves behind a token. We can pick it up. And we destroyed a gold Skulltula. You got a token proving you destroyed it. It doesn't really tell us too much about the Skulltulas right now, but if we go over, we can see there's actually a counter on the quest status screen. We have 1. There are 100 of these in the game, and as I mentioned in the first part, I will be getting all of them. It's not really explained what they do at the moment, but we'll get to that all in due time. Oh, nope. Come on, turn around, man. You don't have to kill that guy. I just kind of felt like it. See if we drop some money. Oh, good. Awesome. Okay, so now there's still the matter of getting out of the room. We can check the torch and Navi will tell us it looks like that torch was burning not too long ago. So what we need to do is get a little bit creative. We need to take out our Deku stick, set it on fire, and then right over to that one. When we do so, the door opens. You put the Deku stick away before it burns, because if you leave it on fire for too long, it'll just burn away and you'll lose the stick, so be nice to keep it if possible. Let's go and take this guy out. And there we are. Okay, so now as we look down over this, we can see the webbing is underneath us. It seems like a logical way to break it would be to jump on it from a very high place. So let's see if we can line this up. Oh, there we go. We break it and fall on through to the next area. Okay, and in here we have actually 2 gold Skulltulas. You can see there's one crawling over there, and there's also another one way back up there. We're going to have to take this one out with the slingshot. It should take 2 slingshot shots, I believe. Yep. And I think we should be able to get this with a jump attack. Oh, wow, okay. Maybe not. Yeah, those things do a whole heart of damage if you touch them, so it's probably a good idea not to. Let's see. Can we even get this one? I don't know if we can at this point. Actually, yeah, I might be able to do a jump attack off the thing here. There we go. Alright, so we get that token. Oh. And now we can climb up the ivy here to get the other one. Thankfully, it's not too high up. There we go. Alright, and that brings us to 3 out of 100. And that's not actually all of them for this dungeon, but we're not going to be able to come back and get the final one until quite a ways from now, actually. So we will be coming back here much, much later. But for now, that's all the gold Skulltulas we can get. So we go to the chest there to get the recovery heart to recover that heart of damage I took. And now we need to be getting up there, but there's not really a way to do that. That's deep water that we have to swim in, so we can't do that. So we're going to have to take the stick, light it, and go over here to burn this web and go through this door over here. Alright, so, let's see. I'm going to save going through that door in the next part because we are about to run out of time. So, in the next part, we are going to head on through and finish up exploring inside of the Deku Tree. So, until then, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.